per cell. And good evening, race fans. Welcome to another fantastic Friday night of racing here at LSRTV Productions. My name's John Mushin, up in the booth tonight. We're in Kansas Speedway. Next to me is Brockton Packard. Brockton, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, bud. It's good to be back. And hey, man, we're in Kansas. This is going to be such a great night.
Yes, indeed. We are in Kansas. I don't know where Toto's at, but I'm right here. Where's Dorothy? I don't even know. Kansas is one of those tracks, they kind of call it a cookie cutter, but it's really not. I mean, when you look at most of the schedule, Brockton, even though the shape of maybe Chicagoland style, this is one of the most unique tracks on the circuit that we go to because really it's not a multi-groove track like those aforementioned tracks. There's really only one place to run here, and that's the High Line.
Yeah, characteristic. You've got to be smooth on the wheel and kind of ease the car up there. You can't dive it too deep or else you'll get stuck in the wall. And you got to be careful with who's around you because if you're on that bottom side and you slide up, there's not much else. There's no real place for you to go.
Except to the wall, and if there's somebody between you and the wall, well, they're going with you. And tonight's race is the Loose Slots 200. We got 134 laps here at Kansas Speedway, and I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to this. I did a lot of practice tonight with these guys, not with these guys, but with their setup, I should say. Yeah, no problem, Jacob. I got your note, man. About when we go there, and I went on track tonight with the setup. The setup does not want to be on bottom. I'm talking about, oh yeah, I can make it run on the bottom. Nah, you can't. I guarantee you can't, because what's going to happen is they're going to scrub the tires off, and instead of having a good 35 to 40 laps worth of tire, they'll be out of tires about 15 or 20 laps. So being up high is where they want to be. But I did notice in tonight's practice session, Brockton, that a lot of these guys, if they put too much wheel into it on exit, the wall is out there waiting for them.
Oh, yeah. This thing is... It doesn't matter which way you go, you put too much or put too little wheel in it, you're going to find a wall eventually. And with the way these cars drive and the way they're kind of built, it's very easy to find the line of too little and too much.
Yes, it is. Well, we are going into qualifying, I believe, shortly. Yeah, we're qualifying now. They've been doing it for about a minute, I guess, and we've got some pretty good times up on the board already. Joseph Causey leading the way right now with a 31.335. And as I say that, his second lap is now a 31.019. Wow. That is moving around this track.
These guys are flying right now. The track is nice and cool, all gripped up from practice, and these guys are going to have a lot of fun and a lot of speed around here.
Yes, they are. I tell you what, I would rather run this track at night, to be honest with you, because of the grip levels, because, man, in the daytime, it's like driving on snot.
Yeah. For me, my preference is always a night race. It looks cooler, it's got a cool feel to it, and it just runs better, in my opinion. Guys are a little more in control, they can do a little more with the car, and it's a lot more fun. So these guys should have a lot of time to work around everything with 134 laps, and a lot of time to diagnose what their car is going to do, and hopefully be there at the end.
Indeed. Well, listen, we're going to pull up a guy that I've been wanting to talk to while we're in qualifying real quick. Barret Morton is down here. I just saw him come in. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. Y'all got me now? I unplugged my mic again. Am I back?
We've got you.
Okay, sorry about that. I am trying to pull Barret up, but I can't get him up here because it won't let me. I mean, I can pull him up, but it won't let me move him up all the way up to here. Does anybody know how to do that?
Let me grab it quick.
Meantime, qualifying's got about a minute left, and we've got still Joseph Causey up on top of the board with 31.09. Hey, Barret, it's John up in the booth, buddy. How you doing, man?
Doing all right. If I'm trying to settle in. I just made it in time, so I'm trying to trying to get like a couple laps. I'm trying to just like scrub my
Oh, I am
qualifying.
so sorry.
and
They
just-
told us you weren't going to race tonight. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I didn't think I was either, man, to be completely honest. And I was here in time, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm going to start in the back on purpose and just kind of take it easy the first half of the race and feel the car out, and then we'll try to move forward.
Again, my apologies. We didn't know you were going to try and run. I see you on track now. I'm going to give you some helpful hints here, man. I did some testing with this setup today. You're going to want to stay up high. All right, stay away from that low line.
Even on the long runs.
Even on the long runs, man. I'm telling you, I did almost a 60-lap run earlier, and you're going to want to use that high line and use the throttle to steer it as much as you can, because believe it or not, if you give it enough gas, about halfway through the turn, she'll actually turn a little bit left for you, help that car turn through the turn a little bit.
All right, yeah, that's
you didn't hear that
try
from
to stay in the back. Yeah, no, I understand. It's difficult. These cars are way different, but it is what it is. I don't have you added on Facebook. If you don't mind, shoot me a friend request. I'm Barret Morton in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm the only one there.
All right, I will do that, my friend. In the meantime, go ahead and you can head on back. If you can move yourself, or we'll get Brockton or somebody to move you down. I can't move you, but good luck tonight, Barret. And remember, take it easy on those tires, man. They are your best friend in this car. That setup is a beast, man.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get like acclimated here. I've been out with the family all day. I didn't think I'd make it, so I'm glad I can. But I appreciate everything you do up there in the booth, man, and helping us out. It's been fantastic.
All right, brother. Good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, folks, driver of the number 9, Barret Morton. And tell you what, I've been in his shoes. I've been where he and his wife are right now. And to be honest with you, I'd never even heard of cystic fibrosis before my daughter Ashlyn. I just, it was not something you ever hear of. And the things that it does to the human body is just so sad. But like I said, they have made tremendous strides and leaps and bounds with treatments and helping these kids have a better quality of life. They just need to find the cure. That's all we're looking for really now. But anyway, back to the race tonight. Brockton qualifying's over. Looks like we got a pretty decent little top 10 here. Joseph Cossi was able to hold on to the pole with a 31.019. The guy to his outside, Anthony Muzzatti, in that 49 car, 31.045. I mean, really, the top 5 are almost all identical in times.
Yeah, these guys, it's such a tight-knit group of guys, and they're all super, super talented, so I wouldn't be surprised if I'd see that top 5 stick around, or possibly, hopefully not, they'd be so on top of each other that somebody could make a mistake, and it could wipe them all out.
Well, it's not like we haven't seen that before. I mean, let's just be honest here. Well, folks, this is the Tucson Sound Art Cup Series here for the L-TAC guys on Friday nights. If you like what you see tonight, head on over to the L-TAC's iRacing page and look to join up their truck series. They got a truck series that runs on Wednesday nights. I believe it's a 28-week run. I'm not real sure where they are on the schedule right now, but I was told that they are still recruiting. So if they go over there and they like what they see in you as a driver, you might end up racing here like the driver of the number 40 car, Nathaniel Ames. This is his second week racing with these guys in the Friday Night Cup Series. And he's looking to have a better run this week than he did last week. He got caught up in somebody else's mess. But he's off to a pretty decent start. So we're going to roll into our national anthem real quick. And when we come back, we'll get you the lineup, folks. And welcome back, folks. Friday night, you know what that means. It's LSRTV's Tucson Sound Art Next Gen Cup Series tonight at Kansas Motor Speedway. As you're watching on the screen right now, the guys are ducking down pit road. So we'll get you a really quick lineup of the starting grid if we can. I can go ahead and read it out from I'm in the server right now, so I'll go ahead and do that inside the server. We've got Joseph Causey starting on the pole to his outside. Anthony Buzzati, row 2. Tyler Granat having a good start tonight. Colin Stone to his outside, row 3. Jeffrey Brogdon in that Tabasco car. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm hoping that's what he's driving. To his outside, Austin Gaccioni in the 5 car. Grant Peterson, Logan Hamilton in row 4. Row 5, Mario LaPinta, Ryan Dingler to his outside in slot number 10. 11th is going to be Jeremy Berger in the 2 car. Frank Flores to his outside. Sean Kaiser, Robert Pattengale, they're going to be in row 7. Row 8, Hunter Thrower. Nathaniel Ames to his outside. Sean Deal is inside, row 9. Outside of him, Justin Wilson. Row 10 is going to be Matt Rucci, Rick Springer, Nate Brooker, Stephen Purcell, and Barret Morton. Going to round out the 23-car field for you. And, folks, we're going to get these guys lined up real quick. What was the lucky draw again, did you say there, Jacob? The lucky draw is 9, and what that means, as you know, Brockton, is that the guy in 9th place, who starts 9th place, and that's going to be Mario LaPinta. If he wins tonight, he gets 3 extra bonus points towards the championship points fund there. Here we go. Pace car is off. Start zone's really late here, but there it is. The green flag is out. And Barret. Copy that. Joseph Causey's going to be in the lead. Barret, take us down through the turn here, buddy.
Yeah, we've got the 88 and Causey just stretching that lead out, trying to get as much clean air as he can. Tyler Granat on the inside of Anthony Massotti. Anthony trying to get all he can on that top side. Right now, watching the number 88 run that middle to bottom lane. Not something we would think to see in an early run at Kansas, but you can see behind them starting to single file out to about 5th place where that Tabasco car starting to try and make 2 wide work. 88 still by himself up top or up front here. Massotti trying to track him down though, about 2 car lengths behind. That beautiful bright candy red car. These cars look so amazing under the lights. Massotti running that middle line.
I'm sorry, Brock, I didn't mean to step out. I was just agreeing with you, man. Some of these paint jobs are fantastic at night. In the meantime, you know, I'm really shocked to see these guys down low. I'm not going to lie. This setup, to me, didn't feel like it ran very well down low. But then again, I didn't run it at night. I'm just realizing that. I ran it in the daytime. So there might be some extra grip down low at nighttime.
I would agree with you to a certain extent as we're looking at the Tabasco machine, your favorite car there, digging on that inside lane. I think for a little bit this will be a competitive 2-lane track, but as we get later on in a run, these guys will start to wear their tires off as almost contact between Brogdon and Gaccioni.
I tell you what, what's going to happen is, and I think we're seeing it already after about 4 laps into this run, is the right front, man. They're going to be burning that right front off, trying to keep it down low right there. As you see now, the 5 car trying to make that work for him down low. He does. He gets around the 81. And, wow, I'm just really impressed. It never fails, Brockton. These guys always make me look like a big old fat player.
Yeah, these guys will find some interesting ways to get around the track, but it's only a couple laps into the race here. I think just give them a few laps, let them spread out, and it'll be a lot harder to pass and a lot harder to run that inside lane as we're watching Gaccioni dive it down into 3 and 4 here, chasing after Jeff Brogdon, who's moved up into 3rd after starting 2 positions behind that in 5th.
Yeah, Brogdon looking really good in that Tabasco car. And you're right, that's one of my favorite cars on track. I can't help it, man. I'm a South Louisiana boy. Grew up down here about 15-20 minutes away from where they actually make Tabasco sauce at. So, yeah, I'm a little partial. Oh, we got a wreck happening on the backstretch there. We got a car in the wall, and he got...
Oh, big hits. Oh, man. That's the 09. That Goodwrench car destroyed. No hood.
Didn't quite see what happened there. I was distracted.
We're going to get a replay here. The 09 of Justin Wilson involved. Gets loose, maybe? And is that the 3? Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Just wrong place, wrong time for those guys. It looks like he just got loose a little bit. In the center of the corner, number 3 gives him a bump and hard contact with the 57. 09 slams into the wall.
Yeah, that's what it is. He just got loose. And I mean, that's unfortunate. You know, the 03, it wasn't like he did it on purpose. Maybe Morton might have got a little piece of that too somewhere. But yeah, the 57 of Purcell, wow. He got lucky. He didn't hit anything really.
Yeah.
Other than a car. But
Other than another car.
Yeah.
That'll buff out. It's only the right side.
We're going to take a real fast commercial break here, folks, while we're under caution. Let these guys get lined back up. I don't think we'll see any pit stops, so if we do, we'll let you know. But we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll get some more green flag running for you.
There are moments that surprise and delight the mind and the senses. Introducing SoundArt, the world's first truly customizable, concealed, flat panel art speaker system. A revolutionary combination of incredible sound delivered from your most meaningful pictures. When art and technology intersect, there is a seamless blend of creativity and function.
Humble air in the streetlight, pulling at the stars in the moonlight. Every time I feel you close.
With SoundArt, anyone can print their own artwork or pick from numerous licensed artwork that we have. The possibilities are limitless. Enjoy beautiful and amazing sound throughout your home. The entire surface of your artwork generates incredibly robust sound. SoundArt is elegantly hidden behind a high-grade, textured canvas wrap, bringing together the best of sound and art. This innovative design allows for a truly invisible, high-fidelity sound experience without bulky speakers. For licensors and other businesses, we are capable of producing thousands of units per day.
We're using the highest quality materials to give you the best product available in the market. Everywhere you look, there's always art. What I like so much about SoundArt, that you could just pair it and play.
Ansia, your art never sounded so good.
And welcome back to the L-TAC Loose Slots 200 here at Kansas Motor Speedway. I'm Brockton Packard, joined here today with John Mustin. Just a few laps into tonight's event, coming off a caution caused by the 09 of Justin Wilson getting a little loose off of 2, brings out our first caution of the event. The number 88 of Joseph Kuzi leading all the laps tonight so far as he brings him to the green flag. Anthony Massotti side by side with him as the green flag waves. Joseph gets a good jump off. Massotti straight down to the bottom, and it looks like Galcone in P3 all the way at the top. We're getting 3 wide for third, it looks like, possibly a little bit. They sort themselves out coming off of 2. Everyone single files up. And we're coming down into 3 and 4. The number 5 goes all the way to the top. Tyler Gernot goes down low. And my partner John having a little snack as he hasn't had anything to eat all day. But he said I could fly solo, so I'm going to fly solo for just a little bit as we're looking at that beautiful number 5, Austin Galcone, trying to get up to Anthony Massotti. About a 10th away from him, running that outside lane. I wonder if these guys are possibly getting a little bit of tire wear. That's why we're seeing most of them go up. As I say that, we're 3-4 wide behind them. That's for 6th or 7th place. Matt Rucci in the middle of that. Last week's winner by 11 seconds. Running that bottom lane. The 83 of Hunter Thrower side by side. directly in front of him is Ryan Dingler, trying to keep that number 8 car in front of the 48 and the 83. Looks like Rucci gonna get the pass on Thrower. Still side by side. Joseph still out in front by about half a second. This is the closest battle on the track, as 48 gets past the 83 and big time loose by Dingler as he comes off of turn 2 there. That tire wear starting to get a little bit sketchy. Everybody single filed out. Everybody kind of calmed down, trying to just click some laps. As Rucci going straight to the top, trying to run that mid to top lane. The 83 dives it back down under him. Everybody just trying to get all they can before the tires become totally obsolete. 83 brings, I believe that's the 52 of Grant Peterson with him, trying to get past Rucci. And up ahead in second place, Austin Galcone getting past the 49 of Masadi and the 11 of Brogdon getting past the 49. That's a big shuffle up. So your top 5 as it stands is the 88 of Joseph Kuzi, the 5 of Austin Galcone, the 11 of Jeff Brogdon, the 49 of Anthony Masadi, and the 8 of Ryan Dingler. Right behind him, it's Matt Rucci, Hunter Thrower, Grant Peterson, Jeremy Berger, and Sean Kreiser. And it looks like these guys just getting single filed out as we get a caution here.
Yeah, I was going to say, they are on the caution. No idea what happened there. I was sorry, folks. I had to eat my dinner.
We will get a replay here shortly. Looks like possibly the number 3 here. Maybe getting loose off the corner. Or maybe something in front of him here. Gets the wall.
Damage, yeah.
He got tight off the corner. That's something I didn't expect to see till a little later in the run. Tries to correct it, overcorrects, and oh, this is going to be a big hit, folks, into the outside wall.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that's big. Lifts the rear tires off the ground. And that was slow motion, folks, so you could see every last detail of that.
He's going to have some motor damage.
Yeah, absolutely going to have some pretty extensive motor damage from that. Grill's going to be pushed in. Might have some overheating issues if he continues.
Yeah. Well, I have noticed something watching these guys while I was eating my dinner there. They're starting to really wear that right front down. I'm really surprised if we don't see a lot of pit stops, but I guess we're not going to see any pit stops.
Yeah, it's all about this tire strategy, and pit road might not be open right now. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. These guys in the front were running pretty good.
Well, they've got 5 sets of tires. I mean, my goodness, you can pit every 20 laps and still not run out of tires.
Yeah, it's a tough call.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out here. I mean, you're right. It's been 7, but they had an early caution, so they probably cooled those tires off a little bit. But just the fact that they're all running so far down low. Again, I screwed this. This is me again. I messed up and ran in the daytime. I didn't realize they were running a nighttime race tonight, so that's on me. Oops. When I did my running, I tried to run a low line, and the car didn't want to stick down there for more than a lap or 2, and it made it really bad pushy about center off, So, but these guys have a nice, cool track at night. I mean, I'm not sure what the track temperature is right now. Let me check and see. It is 81 degrees. That's almost 30 degrees difference from what I ran in the daytime, and that's a huge impact on grip, right, Brockton?
Oh, absolutely. Colder temps means the rubber that's already on the track going to be super sticky. These guys are going to be flying around like we've seen. And a quick thing here, Jeff Brogdon and Logan Hamilton both pit but I don't know if it was for tires. It was about a 5.5 second stop, so possibly just a damage fix or maybe even a top off.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. I was in the pit road, watched them. The 11 car did go fuel only.
As we're coming to the green here, we're getting information that possibly the 44 of Deal took tires. The number 88 of Joseph takes him to the green once again. The 5, possibly some wheel spin on that outside lane. He's under attack by the 8 of Dingler and Musati in that 49 car. Musati gets clear of the 5. The 5 now playing defense to the 8, as you see it side by side, all behind Galcone. That inside lane, after those tires get cooled down, it looks like has a little bit of speed off this green flag. But it looks like Galcone able to kind of take a breather here as Dingler and Thrower are side by side. That's going to suck them both back to the 48 of last week's winner, Matt Rucci.
I've got the timing up on my screen now here, Brockton. Thank you.
10-4.
So back to this race we've got. My apologies, folks. We're just going through a little bit of technical difficulty here. I'm going to try and get this thing back on the rails here shortly. I'm really impressed, Brockton, with the fact that we've got two very diverse lines of racing here. And it seems to be really working out for some guys to stay up high, and keep the tires underneath them up there, and maybe, you know, less tire wear. And you got some guys that are really making some moves down low, picking up spots. Dingler, being the 8 car, he's one of the guys I talked to pre-race, said he liked it better up high, but it looks, oh wow, he got real close to the wall right there. Looks like he's really making some moves and taking some spots by running the low line.
Yeah, and it's all about how you get into that corner, as you see Dingler right now in the center of your screen in that nice number 8 car. Getting off the corner. Rucci got loose there, but it's all about how you get in the corner. You got to dive it in there, make sure the car settles, and like you were saying to Morton a little bit ago, you got to use that throttle to get the back end to turn a little bit more than you would with your wheel. And if you can get all of that right, you might be able to get a good run off the corner to get that pass. Right now, a nice little battle here for what is third. This Austin Galcone and Matt Rucci battle. Matt trying to repeat. He was our winner last week at Homestead. Anthony Musati came home second, 11.5 seconds behind. I don't know if we'll see a gap quite as large, but as we go up to the lead here, that gap is shrunk considerably. The 88 taking a defensive line all the way down to the bottom. Musati on the outside trying to catch up to him. 2/10 in between the two leaders right now. As everybody kind of single files out, that top 5 has broken away from 6th by about a second. And 6th place being Hunter Thrower in that 83. Musati coming to the inside. Battle for the lead. Titans, here we go. Side by side, Musati trying to get everything he can. Not going to get there. The 88, Joseph somehow holds him off on the outside. And now here comes Galcone on the outside.
Galcone is making some great moves, and he's kind of been using both lines there. He's been inside and outside. And I tell you what, look at this. We got really like a 5-car breakaway, but a 4-car line, Congo line, if you will, hunting down our leader right now, led by the 49 of Anthony Musati.
Oh, we got a car in the wall.
Car in the wall. Car in the wall. Hard right
That's the
there.
48. Oh, man. That's going to be super tough to come back from. All that momentum lost and some pretty heavy damage on that right side for Rucci.
But they keep it clean and green for now. But you got to wonder how bad the steering is going to be bent on that 48 car going forward from here, because they do model that kind of damage now in iRacing, and he hit that wall a ton. Looking at his car right now, he's got some extensive right side damage, and he's definitely losing some time on the rest of the field right now.
Yeah, that was a pretty big hit as we're looking at the battle for 6th right now between the 2 of Jeremy Berger and the 52 of Grant Peterson. Peterson trying to do a slide job, not quite going to get there. Meanwhile, right behind him, here comes the 48 with vengeance in his veins on the outside. The car doesn't look too terrible. I'm sure it'll get tight in the long run here, John, but...
We can't see it on this screen, but inside the server, I'm writing on here with a rear chase shot. He definitely got a crumpled up right front fender. The hood's poked up where you can see inside the engine block. So that's definitely going to affect the way his car drives right now. It's going to make it a little bit tighter for him. Now he'll be able to get inside and get that fixed. I do believe, wow, he got a little wiggle right there, man. I don't know if you caught that just then, but he wiggled a little bit coming off of 2, which we talked about earlier. It's going to be a trouble spot, especially if you're riding that high line. If you start to wiggle, the wall is right there. It'll reach up and grab you. And it's really weird the way the wall works here. It kind of just grabs a hold of you and don't let go.
Yeah, as we come up to the battle for 2nd, Joseph Causy's kind of stretched his lead out. Anthony Vasati under fire from Austin Galcone, and behind him, Ryan Dingler, who had that contact just a few laps ago with the 48 and Matt Rucci. Dingler still holding strong in 4th. And look at the 5, try and cut the corner down, diamond the corner a little bit. He's going to have the 8 of Dingler outside of him now. That's going to give Masadi a little bit of time to breathe as we come into 1 and 2 here. Oh, look out, Dingler. Number 5 tries to clear himself, not quite there. He finally gets clear there as we're riding with the 49 of Anthony Masadi, coming out of 3 and 4, trying to track down the leader of Joseph Causey in that 88. About 7/10 of a second between the leaders, and 4/10 between the top, from 2nd to 3rd. This field's still a pretty tightly packed field. The 49 still leading the 5 and the 8, trying to track down that 88. It looks like Matt Rucci is starting to feel this tightness as he's slowly but surely falling down the running order, as you can see on the left side of your screen on our LSRTV ticker.
That's Jeremy Brogdon that just went by him right there down on the inside, passing up Matt Rucci for, that's going to be 7th place, I do believe. Wow, Rucci is just really loose right now on the exit. He's worn the tires out on that car. Meantime, back up front, Joseph Causey's got himself about a little over a half a second lead. There's got Gaccione back there in 3rd. He's about a second back. Dingler's taking a half back. Hunter Thrower in 5th is about 2 seconds back from the leader right now. But I'm still watching. I've got my eyes on Matt Rucci. Like I said, he's just wicked loose right now, fighting a very loose race car. Or should I say tight and then snapping loose. Meantime, Brogdon, somebody who pitted under that last caution, restarted at the back of the field, has already moved his way back up into the top 10 of that 11 cars. That's somebody to keep an eye on. He's definitely got this track figured out. I'm watching him as he goes around track right now. He's down low, Brogdon. He's one of these guys that's using the low line, and then he comes off the turn and he eases on back out to the wall. And as they go down to the tri-oval, back down to the bottom, but he's not quite cutting the apron. Like, you see some of these guys that'll get down below the white line on the apron, which is legal here. Then back through 1 and 2, he uses a low line, really kind of a long entry into it, and then hits the apex really low, and then comes out and slides back up to the wall. So he's got a really good way figured out around this track in this car. And remember, he might have pitted, but he only took fuel. He did not take tires. So I'm really impressed with the fact that he's able to pass up all of these cars and get back up inside the top 10 the amount of time that he did.
Yeah, and you know, part of me thinks that possibly having more weight in the back of the car with that fuel maybe makes it a little more stable. As we're seeing this run come to a close, you said that maybe 30-ish laps, 30
Yeah, we're in
to
the field
40
window
laps.
now for the people who have not pitted yet. That's basically everybody except for he and Purcell, I think, was the other one that pitted.
I think,
that maybe went
yeah.
down pit road and got some repairs made. So we should see some green flag pit stops start happening here pretty soon. And what that's going to do is that's going to give the guys that are still fast, like Brogdon we were talking about right now, running an 8th in that 11 car, he'll probably grab the lead for a little while. As a matter of fact, Jeffrey Souza has already come down pit road and gotten his pit stop done.
Yeah, it's all a matter of how quick these guys all get down pit road and when this leader pits. If Joseph stays out as long as he can and everybody else behind him comes down, which I don't think is a great strategy, but it's a strategy nonetheless, then that could possibly hinder Brogdon in getting a bunch of laps led or possibly growing a lead. But I think...
Souza in the timing. I just saw him in the server saying pit out, so I thought maybe he was pitting out. He must be in there spotting for somebody, I guess. My apologies on that. I know it's kind of confusing to hear me say, hey, this guy just came out of the pits and he's not even on track. So, oops, my bad.
No problem.
So just to give you a rundown, we had Brogdon, Morton, Stone, Hamilton, Sean Deal.
We got pit stops. Dingler, Thrower, and Peterson all down pit road, one after another.
I was saying the names that I was reading off earlier all stopped on lap 16 to take fuel, so they're going to be good until probably lap 50 or so. And like he said, we've got green flag pit stops going right now. Dingler, Peterson, and Thrower are all on pit road. It's going to be very important for these guys to get in and out of pit road without making any mistakes. It looks like our leader is coming on the pit road now. He is Joseph Cosby. Boy, he come in there hot too.
Yeah, that was really hot.
You've got to get down to 45 miles an hour right there coming in pit road. And we got a caution track. Oh, wow.
Man. You know, it could have been somebody spinning on pit exit. With this car, this apron is a little bit sketchy. But that's going to change a lot here. Oh, it looks like the number 12 here of Logan Hamilton is out, or to his inside, it's the 43. Maybe he just gets loose, or possibly another tight situation off the corner here. Oh, whoa, hold on.
Oh, was that Rucci? No, that's not Rucci. Who's that?
Mario Lapinta.
And the 12 car of
That's
Logan
a
Hamilton.
Huge collision.
Okay. So Lapinta is getting on the pit road, gets loose on the apron, spins out, comes back up on track, and is going to get collected by the 12 car. And
I wonder if
that happened.
I wonder if we could get our producer to possibly get an onboard view of that 13. Maybe we could hear if he got some wheel hop or something. And man, just nowhere to go for Logan. On board here with the 13, slowing down, gets into that apron just a little bit, still in 5th gear, so he's still going, and just snaps around on him. Nothing he could do as we see those revs spike, trying to keep it down. And this is just a sickening view going up the track with traffic. This is going to be a hard hit from the inside. Big damage. Probably takes them both out of contention for this one. Changes a lot here, John, as we had our leaders coming down pit road. A couple of them stayed out. This is going to shuffle a lot of people around, and we're going to see a lot of guys coming from the back on this one, like Matt Rucci, Austin Galcone, Jeremy Berger, all these guys back in the 16th, 17th, and 18th.
Indeed. Now, the good news for Lapinta in that 19 car, even though he was smoking, he's got one fast repair, which he has used to fix his car and get back out on track. The fast repair, for those of you that aren't familiar with iRacing, means you can get in there and basically your pit crew fixes your car as brand spanking new as it was on lap 1. Bad news is, at lap 42. We still have a little under 100 laps to go in this race. Anything can happen, so Lapinta's gonna have to be real careful not to damage that car again to the point where he can't drive it. So we're gonna get these things wrapped. It's time to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we will get back to green flag racing, folks. Please stay tuned to the LSRTV Productions presentation of the L-TAC Tucson Sound Art Cup Series here at Kansas Motor Speedway.
There are moments that surprise and delight the mind and the senses. Introducing Sound Art, the world's first truly customizable, concealed, flat panel art speaker system. A revolutionary combination of incredible sound delivered from your most meaningful pictures. When art and technology intersect, there is a seamless blend of creativity and function.
Come alive in the streetlight, pulling at the stars in the moonlight. Every time I feel you close.
With Sound Art, anyone can print their own artwork or pick from numerous licensed artwork that we have. The possibilities are limitless. Enjoy beautiful and amazing sound throughout your home. The entire surface of your artwork generates incredibly robust sound. Sound Art is elegantly hidden behind a high-grade, textured canvas wrap, bringing together the best of sound and art. This innovative design allows for a truly invisible, high-fidelity sound experience without bulky speakers. For licensors and other businesses, we are capable of producing thousands of units per day.
We're using the highest quality materials to give you the best product available in the market. Everywhere you look, there's always art. What I like so much about Sound Art, that you could just pair it and play.
Ansia, your art never sounded so good.
It's only a little bit.
Yeah, but it's too much of a delay. I don't know about your end, but on mine end, it's almost a 4-second delay.
Yeah.
All right, we are back here at Kansas Motor Speedway for the Tucson Sound Art. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. The loose slots, which I'm really scared to ask Sean what he meant by that. Loose slots 200 here at Kansas Motor Speedway for Tucson Sound Art Cup Series. We're getting ready to go back to green. Myself, Brockton Powered, Jacob Feskinen. Did I say that right, Jacob? Jacob Feskinen, new guy down in the trailer tonight, bringing you these images you're seeing here on YouTube. And the pace car ducks off. He's going to bring him back down to the green. But look who's outside. He's got that Tabasco car. You go, boy. You throw some Tabasco on your car there, make it go hot. Fast, you know. As we go back to green, look at that start right there, Brockton. The cause he got right there. He's really, really good at getting good starts. He holds that thing down until literally the green flag flies, which kind of catches all these guys off guard. And just by that restart alone, he's got himself already a half-second lead over the field.
Yeah, Kazi's been doing that every restart, wait until the very last second and kind of goes off. And somebody we haven't seen all night is that 24 of Sean Kaiser here. He's up 11 positions, and we got a caution already.
Wow. I didn't think Dingler and Hamlin are in the pit.
Dingler's a lap down.
Dingler has left the building.
Uh-oh, I think that's what, 2
he
weeks
got a
in a
hit.
row.
He got a tap
Oh, man.
from
Was it Thrower, possibly?
yes, it was from Hunter Thrower. He got a little tap here, and you'll see it launch him down to the inside of the track. And
Oh, watch out.
Man, that ain't where you want to be when you're doing 160 miles an hour.
Especially when you got two guys up top of you. Oh, big hit to the... and the 9.
Oh, the 09
Nowhere to
again. Caught up in somebody else's mess. That poor guy.
Luckily, I don't think he's used
Justin
his
Wilson.
fast repair.
I think
that
he did, though.
33.
Remember, he was in an incident earlier tonight.
Yeah, but that hood's been gone for quite a while. So
That's
I think
true, too. Yeah.
I think if he hasn't used it, it'd be a good time to use it. As we see the 8 come to a stop, and that is unfortunately, I believe, the end of his night.
Yeah, he's gone. He's going ahead and he did Kyle Busch, but he didn't make the pit road. He just parked it and walked away. So unfortunately, Mr. Dingler will not be finishing the race tonight. And once again, we find ourselves on caution. So we're going to take another commercial break. because my boy Jacob is cussing up a storm down there in the trailer. Not sure what's going on down there, but we're going to go see if we can give him a hand. Folks, when we get back, we'll bring you some more green flag racing.
There are moments that surprise and delight the mind and the senses. Introducing Sound Art, the world's first truly customizable, concealed, flat panel art speaker system. A revolutionary combination of incredible sound delivered from your most meaningful pictures. When art and technology intersect, there is a seamless blend of creativity and function.
Come alive in the streetlight, pulling at the stars in the moonlight. Every time I feel you close.
With Sound Art, anyone can print their own artwork or pick from numerous licensed artwork that we have. The possibilities are limitless. Enjoy beautiful and amazing sound throughout your home. The entire surface of your artwork generates incredibly robust sound. Sound Art is elegantly hidden behind a high-grade, textured canvas wrap, bringing together the best of sound and art. This innovative design allows for a truly invisible, high-fidelity sound experience without bulky speakers. For licensors and other businesses, we are capable of producing thousands of units per day.
We're using the highest quality materials to give you the best product available in the market. Everywhere you look, there's always art. What I like so much about Sound Art, that you could just pair it and play.
Ansia, your art never sounded so good.
And welcome back to Kansas Motor Speedway. We're still under caution. Roger that. We are still under caution here. And we've got, let's see, 48 laps out of 134 left. I can't do math, Brockton. How many laps have we got left, pal?
Well, quick math says a fair amount. Let me get you an accurate number here. It's going to be 85 laps to go this time by here, John.
We haven't even reached halfway. Halfway will be 72 laps. No, sorry, 67 laps. And we've already had, what, 4 cautions?
We've had a couple. We've had the 09 get loose off at 2. We've had the 8, which was our last caution here. Oh, we're going 3 wide in the lineup here.
They're trying to get everybody sorted out here on timing. I saw that inside the server as well, that some of these guys were having some issues with the timing. And, but we do know who's up front. Joseph Causey up front still.
Yeah.
He's had a great race. He really is. He's got this thing figured out, I think. Ian Brogdon both. I think if there's anybody on track right now, it's going to be a challenge for Causey later in this race. It's going to be Brogdon or that 24 car of Sean Kaiser. Kaiser's looking real strong too. He came out of nowhere.
Yeah, Kaiser's come out of nowhere. Brogdon's kind of been up and down, but he had a really good pit strategy call, and he's found his way all the way back up into 3rd right now after starting 5th. And Causey's led every lap as he brings him to the green. Probably going to wait all the way till the green flag. Take him there, John.
And look who's up here in 9th. Wow, I'm sorry, in the 9th car. 4th spot, Barret Morton starting outside 4th. Great start right there by Causey. The usual start. And I'll tell you what, the 2 guys behind him fighting 2nd and 3rd. It's going to be Brogdon and Kaiser. But look right there behind them. Barret Morton started dead last in the field between good driving, good heads-up driving, I might add, and a good pit stop strategy. He's finding himself up in the top 5 right now. That's number 9 of Barret Morton. Brogdon in 2nd place right now. Causey still out in the lead, about a half a second. You got Kaiser back there in 3rd. Tell you what, though, I am really impressed with Kaiser and Morton's runs tonight.
Absolutely, and Morton, we were talking to him before the start of the race. He was just getting on the server and just running a couple laps. Said he was going to start from the back and see how it went. He's up 19 positions, and let me tell you, he likes to do this coming from the back stuff. He finished top 10 last week and came from the back. Let's see if he can do it again.
I'm telling you, before this is over with, it's going to be a 5-car fight for the win between Causey, Brogdon, Kaiser, Morton. I'm telling you right now. Granat, maybe. But Granat's been extremely loose the last couple of times. Look at this little guy we got back here in 8th place.
It's a bunch of fast guys up here. Galcone and Masadi, guys that were running second and third before 2 cautions ago, with the 13 and the 12 getting into it. As green flag pit stops were happening, that mires them back into the back half of the field. They're trying to get everything they can as we're watching Galcone dive it down to the bottom. Masadi follows. They're trying to get past the 43 of Stone for 7th. And also the 81 of Tyler Gernot for 6th. Galcone gets past both of them. He is back up into 5th place and charging hard here.
Whoa! I don't know what happened. Okay, sorry, that was my internet connection. For a second, my screen froze in the game, and it looked to me like Causey had come to a dead stop on the backstretch.
Oh dear.
I was like, whoa, that's not good. Maybe that's what's causing this. Maybe I'm hitting some ghost interference with him. But in the meantime, what a race. I mean, we've got some really strong cars making their way back to the front. We got some guys that were up front kind of falling to the back. Now, what it is this track is changing. I've noticed the temperature has fluctuated a little bit. We started off at, what, 88? Now we're down to 81. A couple of seconds ago, we're up to 91.
Yeah, this track is changing quickly as here comes the 48. Haven't seen him in a while. He got into it with the number 8 of Dingler. Dingler has since retired from the race, I believe, unless he's back on track.
No, he never came back.
All right. Dingler has officially retired from the race. But here comes Rucci after getting walled, almost wrecking it, sliding all the way down to about 13th. Now he's all the way back up into 9th, plus 10 positions from where he started tonight. Stone to his outside, and watch out! Holy cow! Could not have fit a piece of paper in between Berger and Gernot's bumpers there. That was close.
We call that touch and go. I'm going to touch you, I'm going to go. Oh, that sounds horrible. Oh, can we please erase that?
We'll just say it's a Navy term. Touch and go.
Hey now. I was Navy. Careful. Easy.
It was. You know, when the pilot comes in for landing and then...
reference, Brock. I'm very impressed. Yeah, it's a touch and go.
Yeah. My old man was a flight deck guy.
So was I. Most exciting 2 years of my life, man. Not even going to lie. There's nothing to make you feel more alive than dodging F-14s and F-18s on a flight deck. You look up,
speaking of dodging,
wiggle, holy smokes, right in front of Berger in the 2 car. Rucci got wicked loose. I'm telling you, that will wake you up in a heartbeat. When you come off a turn at 160 miles an hour and the guy in front of you, all of a sudden you can see his door numbers.
Man, I don't know about dodging F-14s, but I'd rather not dodge a Chevy Camaro coming off of turn 2 there.
Well, I'm pretty sure Rucci used his fast repair because his car looks spotless right now.
Yeah, he's
the ability to come back up to traffic. He hit that wall a ton.
Oh yeah,
he kept it going straight, but I mean, he hit it pretty hard. And I'm, like I said, I was pretty sure that probably caused some steering issues. I mean, he had a big gaping hole, letting a lot of air in to the hood, which definitely makes your car tight. But then the angle at which he hit, I was pretty sure he probably bent something. So using that fast repair was a blessing for him. Now, like I said, it's just that his car clean. Straight for the rest of the race. We come up on lap 60 now. We're on lap 59 and 0.5, I guess. Calling it 59.5 WXFM. Sorry, I get a little carried away sometimes.
Oh, big slide out of the 2 there. Holy dirt track, Batman. That was sideways.
Yeah, Berger, he's still wiggling. He is still, his nose is boogieing all over there. He's sawing on that wheel right now.
That car is not happy.
Yeah, it's not happy at all. I'm wondering if maybe he took 2 tires. No, according to time, he took 4. He's just looped.
Yeah, that's
not a comfortable
Oh,
feeling.
look out. 49 hits the apron. Dodge and weave there, Rucci, as he gets past Masadi. Man, everything's popping off here with a little more than halfway to go.
He's another one got. He did the same thing to the 48 Rucci that Rucci did to Berger. He none of his board numbers.
And we're coming back to 11th here.
Yeah, Gernot and Peterson, they're duking it out down here. Again, we got guys that are making that low line work, sort of. We have seen them, a couple of them bust loose a little bit right there because you put a lot of wheel on that car right there at that entry section, exit section of the turn. a lot of left-hand wheeling. And I mean, these cars are notorious for snapping loose, and they're also notorious, Brockton, for not being able to save them once that back end comes. These guys are making that look like a bullpup, you know?
Oh yeah, these guys are driving these things as hard as they can. As we're looking at the 52 of Peterson, and right behind him, the Tucson Sound Art machine of
Sean Deal.
Sean Deal, not 44. Excuse me, sorry, brain flatlined right there.
That's all right, Sean. He's the guy that gives us these wonderful names. These races, loose slots, 200, and stuff like that. So you know, looking at his car and looking at his race names, you know he's got a pretty big imagination. We should even write a little jingle.
Maybe we might be able to get a slogan out of him.
Friday night's edition, yeah, of the L-TAC Tucson Sound Art Cup Series here at LSRTV.
Oh boy, and we got the two. Two's been struggling recently. He's been way close to that wall, trying to turn it down, getting loose every time. Berger's just fighting for his life right now, trying to get to a spot where maybe a green flag pit stop could help, but he just looks like he's hanging on right now.
Well, let's look at timing and see when the last time all these guys were on pit road. Berger, you say, huh? Berger's been on track now for almost 20 laps, about 18 laps on those tires. But he's right there at the midpoint of where the tires do start to give out. Like I said, now of course, again, you got to take it with a grain of salt because I ran my laps in the daytime, but over 30 lap period, I saw almost a 2-second drop off in how hard I ran the car. These guys are running the car pretty hard. I mean, I think we both agree on that, right, Brockton?
Absolutely, these guys are getting everything out of them, and sometimes that is the downfall, but these guys still going and trying to go further up the field as we got a battle right behind him, our good buddy Sean Deal and the 52 of Grant Peterson there.
Grant Peterson, I'm sorry, yeah. Well, I saw Sean Deal and Grant. I figured I'd make a little genetic.
Yeah, just, you know, if they're as close as they are, they might as well be one person.
One person, right? And right behind them, you see Granat and Colin Stone also battling out back there. I mean, as this run wears on, you see these guys really start to pull. Oh, look at
Oh, that was close.
I really thought we were about to see that beautiful Tucson Sound Art car go for a ride.
Yeah, that would have been a tough one to save. Battle for fourth, heating up. Rucci finally getting back up to the top 5. And now he's got his sights set on the 5 of Galcon. Galcon on the outside, Rucci on the inside, side by side, coming off of 2, coming into 3 here, John.
Galcon up on the outside in that 5 car. Rucci down low. And looks like he might clear him right here. He's going to be able to come up in front of him. Yes, he does.
Slide job.
He almost slowed him too hard. Getting up in front of him. You don't want to clear him so hard that you get in the wall there, but he pulled it off. He's able to stay out in front of him for right now. Now he's going to dive down, looking to get around that 24 car of Kaiser up there on the high line. It's amazing to me that these guys are making this low line work so well. It really is. It goes a long way in saying how much I don't know to do. Like maybe run the car at the right time of day.
Well, these guys also have a lot more laps on this track, and it's such a different perception when you're in the heat of competition. You find different things that you can do. As we're watching that Raptor 24 on the high side in this beautiful 48 car. I think that's the second week in a row I've complimented that car, but
yeah, I think you might have a crush on Richard.
It's a nice little car there.
Not judging. But I tell you what I'm impressed with of Matt Rucci is this run back to the front. Like you said, he started up front tonight, ran himself up into the wall, had significant damage on the car, took some time to get that fixed during the last couple pit stops, and now has worked his way back up to 3rd place, challenging, it looks like, pretty soon for 2nd, because he is definitely making up time on Brogdon right here.
Yeah, Matt and Jeff both ran about identical lap times, about 0.03 of a second off, but they were about a 10th quicker than the leader. Joseph ran a 31.05, and Rucci ran a 30.95, so about a 10th quicker than your leader right now.
Yeah, but I'm thinking that that Causey's probably trying to take care of his tires, just make this thing last a little bit longer. We got Purcell. Is that Purcell? No, I'm sorry. That was Purcell in the 57 car that just flashed by there. He came in, got some work done on his car on the green flag run here. That was about the right time for him to start ducking in because he was one of the guys who put it early last time we had a green flag pit stop. So we're at lap 71. And I think that we should start seeing some of those guys come in anytime within the next 5 to 10 laps. I see a lot of guys that were in on lap 39, lap 41. Causey was in on 39. Brogdon was in on 41. Rucci, 46. Gachon was in on 39. So, yeah, we're getting that point, Brock, where we start seeing some green flag pit stops.
Absolutely, and it's going to be interesting to see if people learned anything from our last semi-green flag pit stop cycle, or if it wasn't quite enough to learn. But as you can see, this gap does look like it's dwindling between Brogdon and Causey here.
And also, quick run. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Go on.
I was just going to say, Barret Morton is up to 6th now. He was in 8th last time we checked in on him. He has gotten by Thrower and Muzzatti up to 6th place. He's now got his sights set on Sean Kaiser in that 24 car for 5th place. He's only about a 10th behind him right now. I think I'd like to keep my eyes on that 9 car if we can, just for a little bit, because he's definitely making some moves out here. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Barret Morton is probably one of the smoother guys out here. We didn't really see him sliding around. We saw him lose a little bit of time about 10 laps into the run, but now we can see why. He's taken care of that right front. He has learned this track. I tell you what, Barrett's a quick study, and he's already showing all of his notes here, getting past Muzzatti, getting past Thrower, keeping them behind him, and coming up on Sean Kaiser.
And he stayed up in the high line. Look at that. He hasn't really ventured too far down. I've seen him maybe make a move down low a couple times to pass somebody. But he's, for the most part, kind of doing what I told him to do. I don't feel so bad now because he's making it, like right here. See, this about, he's going to go duck down, try and make a pass in the 24 car right here. And I'm on the bet he's got enough tire to do it if he's patient.
Yeah, he gets a nice run off. He'll be right in the 24's tire tracks here, depending upon which way the 24 goes. 24 goes low. That's going to give the 9 a great run off. He's already side by side with him, almost. Now he'll be side by side, and he'll be able to pass him right here, John.
So he'll make that move on the outside. He'll have to clear before they get down to turn 1, I promise you. And he's where he wants to be going into turn 1. He wants to be up high right here.
And he's clear.
Yep, he's clear. Right? Just like that, we're going to move our friend Barret Morton up to 5th place. And folks, if you missed the pre-race interview, Barrett's child, Riley, little girl, 7 months old, was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis at the age of 2 weeks. They are in the middle of a not even in the middle of the fundraiser anymore. They're towards the last half of that fundraiser. If you go by fightcff.cf.org. All right, we're going to go ahead and cut back to Lee. I'm sorry, the website is fightcf.cff.org. Once you get in there, search for Riley Morton or Riley's Roses. That's the website with the fundraiser information on there. And if you can, as we see a fight right here for the lead, we got Rucci going down the inside, trying to get by Causey here. He's running down. This is impressive, Brockton, because we talked about this. As he goes for the lead, he takes the lead away. He banged the hell out of that car, hitting the wall way back at the end of the race. Took time, got it fixed, and now he's up here duking it out for the lead.
Yeah, these guys are going after it. And I believe Rucci got that last lap, which is the first green flag lap that Causey has not led all night. Causey is not happy with that, as he does a tight crossover. 48 and 88 duking it out right now. 11 waiting in the wings here.
And these guys there's no love lost between them. I wouldn't say they're rivals on track, but they're about as close as these guys can get to a rival in this league right now. We've seen these guys duke it out in the weeks before a few times. Oh, with caution on track. Caution on track. Let's see what that's all about.
Interesting, as people are starting to make pit stops. We had LaPinta and Deal both in pit road. Peterson goes down pit road. So we're still trying to find what caused this caution here tonight.
It looks like Brooker, maybe. I see Brooker up in the wall here.
The number 3, possibly.
Yeah, he got The wall grabbed him. I'm telling you, man, that wall ain't no joke. You get into the wall, it just holds on to you. Excuse me. But he never really got that low on speed. I mean, unless it was no, it wasn't an admin caution. That was definitely an iRacing caution. That's really weird. I mean, I don't see anything on track either. Now, folks, we do get these ghost cautions every once in a while. If somebody's connection is bad enough to the server, iRacing will see that guy is all of a sudden stopping in the middle of the track, and it'll throw a caution. So sometimes that's what we get. But you know what? I don't think these guys are going to mind that, Brockton, because this is going to give everybody a chance to come in, get fresh tires, fuel, top this thing off, and probably make a run for the end of this race.
Oh, absolutely. As we watch our leader, the number 48 here of Matt Rucci, come and take 4 tires. This is going to be a well-received caution. Everybody going to come down. Everybody going to fill it back up with fuel, get some tires on there, and away he goes. Not a bad pit stop
He got
either.
a great pit stop right there. Yeah, he got in perfectly.
And he got him too. So it looks like we're going to take a look here at the number 2 of Berger here, Jeremy Berger. Possibly the cause of our caution.
Yeah, we're keeping an eye on
Sounds like it may be an issue entering pit road once again. He's still pretty high. Usually you want to be closer down low.
Yep, here's where it's going to happen.
Here he goes. And he's got to have a lot of wheel in it to keep it on the bottom while hitting the brakes. This could cause him to spin a little bit. This is 3 and 4 coming in. Is he not going to make it?
I don't think it was Berger.
Interesting. As pit road was closed at that moment, as you can tell by the blinking red lights there.
Second time he got on a pit road. Maybe he tried it once.
Not quite sure. But look at this here. We've got the 48 of Matt Rucci beat the 88 of Joseph Kazi out of pit road. That's your top 2. But John, your boy Jeff Brogdon comes back out P3. It's going to be interesting.
All right, so here's what we got. Here's what we got as far as the caution goes. I can clear this up for you guys. I don't think you're going to be able to find it. Jacob, you might not be able to get that far back. But yes, what happened was basically we saw Berger on his approach to pit road on the replay. Same thing the lap before, but he got loose because that right rear tire was still up on the track as he came down on the apron. Got loose, did a 360 spin, didn't hit a thing, believe it or not, and then got back underway and then came into pit. So that's what brought the caution out, was Jeremy Berger, the 2 car, spinning, trying to access pit road for his green flag pit stop. So what that's going to do is going to basically allow a lot of folks to get in under the caution that we saw. But let's see who got caught a lap down due to already being on pit road. Apparently nobody.
Well, actually, it looks like Deal. He's right in front of the leaders. He got caught a lap down.
Yeah, he got caught at the tail end. Wave ramps are happening now. So yeah, we got 3 cars. Justin Wilson, LaPinta, and Sean Deal. They're going to take the wave around, it looks like, and get back to the lead lap, which is always a good thing, as I hit my face on my microphone. Sorry about that. We're going to be doubled up here. I tell you what, Brockton, this is going to be a great restart. All of these guys up front have been fast through the run. I mean, from the restarts all the way to either the green flag pit stop or here for caution flag. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this restart goes.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see how aggressive Joseph's going to be to get back up. And this is going to be the first restart all night that the number 88 car hasn't been in control of. So it's going to be interesting to see what Rucci decides to do in his restart.
Absolutely. And I'm kind of surprised. Well, not really. I mean, I thought maybe Rucci would go for that top line on the restart, but I mean, we've seen that it really hasn't mattered. Top, low or high, just wherever you're at. I just noticed it says Riley's Roses on the side of Rucci's car. How about that?
Now you understand why I liked it so much, huh?
Yes, I love it. I'm sorry it took me half the race to notice that. My apologies.
And green flag's out.
Green flag is out, and look at that start. I mean, really, Causey's right there on his side door. He really didn't get the Richie didn't get the start that he needed to right there. He really needed a better start than that. Look at on the outside. Causey's pulling him here, Brockton.
There you go. We were asking the question, how aggressive were they going to be off this restart? Now we're seeing it side by side. Rucci dives it into 3 and 4. Causey on the outside. The 5 into the wall a little bit, it looks like. Jeff Brogdon gets past him. The 43. Oh my goodness. A lot of guys up in the wall there just going as hard as they can.
It looked like the 24 of Sean Kaiser got some of the wall on exit of turn right there. Maybe Morton a little bit, but not much. Wow, that could have been bad. I mean, that could have been really. He stacked up the field right there. Definitely bottlenecking everybody. He's a little off pace now, too, I noticed, in that Raptor car. And the right rear and the spoiler bent up. Oh, wow.
Yeah, these guys are trying to get everything they can. But they still got a long way to go, as we're just 86 laps into a 134 lap event.
Yeah, just past halfway, about 14 laps ago. Sorry, I missed that. But my goodness, I'm really impressed. Look at this. These guys have decided that the low line is going to be where they want to be right now.
Yeah, it's a very unexpected, but also kind of could have seen it coming. Everybody down to the bottom. It just seems to be where the speed is, and it's proven everybody wrong.
Yeah. I mean, even in practice, we saw everybody running the high line. There wasn't many people really trying to low line all that much for a very long period of time. And as we said, look at that. Right on their all. We got like half the field up high, half the field down low. So I get, we got a car spinning down the pit road.
Oh, it's Barret Morton.
No.
Oh, man. He just got loose off of 4, it looked like, and he's able to hang on to it. But caution does wave. That's good for him. It doesn't.
Why did it though, man?
It's hard to tell kind of what happened. He was in the wake of the
he broke loose a little bit right there, it looked like. Watch right here. He's going to break loose right on exit. He's going to smack that wall a pretty good ton.
And we're coming into 3 and 4 here. That Riley's Roses machine on the very top, right above that first seam, or that last seam, excuse me. And it's going to snap loose right about here, probably. Yeah, he's up in the wall right there. Yeah. Oh, man. It just gets tight, it looks like, and then it pops him off the wall. Big slide all the way down into the grass.
Now, the good news is I don't think he's used his fast repair yet. So he'll probably be able to get down pit road. I see him coming in pit road now. So we'll see if he can get in and get that hammered out. Because he was a fast car, Brockton. And he's got plenty of time to work his way back up to the front. Because we're only on lap 88 right now out of 134. So he's got plenty of time to get in, get the car fixed. Maybe take on another set of tires. Why not? You know, they got plenty of them. And get back to the front. And he does use his fast repair right there. So there
he uses his fast repair and a set of tires right there, as we saw just a couple of seconds ago on our broadcast. That right side was jacked up. They were beating out the dents and put a couple sets of tires on there.
So let's see. That's going to put him starting. Yeah. He can do it. Yeah, that's still 5 higher than he started at the beginning of the race. So he'll be okay.
He's still a net positive right now.
Yeah, he started dead last on this field, so he'll be okay. And like I said, he's had a fast car all night. He's got this track figured out. I think that was just I don't know, maybe just a bizarre brush of wind that got him up into the wall like that. Because that car, it wasn't like just the front end snap loose, the back. All 4 wheels just started to slide towards the wall and exit right there, which I call that the 4-wheel drift. And that's crazy.
Not something you want to be doing on the highway.
No, and that's usually something that comes from somebody tapping you in the back end, as I found out today. But wow, so we got some more guys on pit road. Wilson, Morton's back down on pit road again. Kaiser, Purcell, and Hamilton, but I think Hamilton actually parked it. He's out. So, yeah, he's been there for.
Yeah, Hamilton's about 50 laps down as of now. That just shows you the pace of this race so far. When we get a green flag kind of section here, we click some laps off.
Absolutely.
Just want to pay attention to the wave around. Rookie number 40, Nathaniel Ames, got the wave around that time. He'll restart in the 16th position, and he'll be able to get some spots from it. He's back on the lead lap.
That's fantastic for him. And, you know, he's had a rough night too. We saw him in practice having some difficulties getting around the track, but that's part of the learning curve of this Cup car. Really, it is. I mean, this thing's only been out for what, 2 months now? This package, 3 months?
Just about a couple months, and you got to realize you come from a truck which is solid rear axle. Everything's very old time stock car, and it's kind of underpowered versus these things. And then you come out, and that's the good thing about it, that Xfinity series. You kind of grow into it, but from going from truck to Cup, he's doing a really good job just getting laps, finishing. That's what he needs to do, and he's right now in the top 15. So if he can finish top 15,
Brockton, why don't you touch a little bit more on what you just talked about, the difference between this car and the truck car as far as suspension goes? A little bit more about that if you can.
Yeah, so the truck series has what we had in the Gen 6, that solid rear axle, no independent suspension or anything, and no transaxle either. So everything is connected and everything moves as one solid unit, which makes it a little easier to feel the car and feel the truck and how it moves, how it sways around a little bit, versus these cars, as we're coming to the green here, everything's independent rear suspension, a transaxle, everything is very rear end loaded, and there's a lot of potential energy, and you can kind of feel when it sways around, but when it comes around quick, and you gotta be able to catch it, as we've seen a couple guys be very good at, and a couple guys lacking as we're coming to the green here, John.
Coming to the green, and we'll touch on that just a little bit more after this restart, but it's going to be a very important restart right here. And we saw, oh, wow, look at that contact between Causey and Rucci. I don't think it was intentional. I think what happened there was maybe Causey spun his tires a little bit, Brockton.
Yeah, I'm re-watching it here, and it looks like he went to gas it up, spun it, shifted into maybe second or third, and it kept spinning. So really interesting, but that gave Rucci the go-ahead to get clear, but here he comes to the inside. Oh boy!
I wouldn't say it was a block, but he definitely wasn't letting him go by. I mean, hey, I'm gonna run right here. Sorry if you're trying to. My bad. But yeah, back to what you're talking about with the suspension. I mean, to me, and I am like the furthest from a chassis guy that you could find. I'm really a wheelman, dude. I don't know if you remember the old term, wheelman from the 70s and 80s, but I can get in the car and I can make it go down that stretch right there. And when you get to that turn, I can turn it left. And sometimes if you're being tricky to me and you throw me on a road course, I can maybe get it to turn right. But
yeah,
if you ask me how to make it go faster by adjusting something on the chassis, I'm going to look at it.
And there aren't, unfortunately with these cars, there's not a lot of things you can do. You know, in the Gen 6, the Xfinity cars and the trucks, you had your track bar and then your all of that stuff. Well, there's not a track bar adjustment in these cars because everything's such an independent rear suspension and everything. There's no track bar adjustments. So
this is literally an entirely new kind of vehicle for all of these crew chiefs to get used to.
Absolutely. And sometimes what we were seeing with when this was kind of being talked about with this new independent rear suspension, different ways to set up cars, we saw the Hendrick guys get into the IMSA stuff with the prototype Daytonas, and Penske's very in with their every other motorsport possible. So they were starting to put their Cup guys, their Cup crews into these places to learn how to work on cars that weren't quote unquote stock cars like we're used to. And you can tell with
track. Sorry.
Big wreck in the front straightaway.
Yeah. Huge wreck.
We can go back to my Larry Mack rant a little later, but that was a big wreck.
You are a untouched font of information that we don't use enough. Oh no.
Oh man, was it the 9 again?
It was Tyler Granat. and Brogdon, my Tabasco car.
Oh man.
And yeah, Brogdon,
Did he try and clear himself, I wonder? Let's
it
see
looked like
here.
he started to, but honestly, from my end, it's looking a lot like netcode.
Went up the track here, and he stops, and it just keeps going. So yeah, that looks a little bit like netcode. And oh, big hit. That's a huge hit to the outside wall for both of those guys. Granat's front end is gone. And it looks like the 9 just scoots off the track. Gets clean. Good for him getting past that. A lot of guys could have gotten caught up in this,
Yeah,
but
that could have been a lot bigger. You're right. I mean, we had a good, 13 cars behind those two at
yeah.
that point in the race. My goodness.
Seeing some of them squeak by there.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think Brogdon actually has a fast repair left as well. So we'll keep our eye on him. Gosh, that breaks my heart. From wow, we got huge. Everybody coming down pit road. I need some tires. Let's put some tires on this car, crew chief.
Yeah, these guys. I mean, we're getting down to the end of it. If you got them, burn them, and hope that you can get a little bit of a longer run here. As we're watching the 48.
They should all have at least one more set after this pit stop.
Yeah, and that should be plenty. If we're saying you can run 20 laps, we got about, what, 40-ish? Maybe a little less than 40 laps to go.
It'll be 36, actually.
36 to go, so yeah.
And Brogdon is now in his pit stall. And yes, the car is new again. Woo-hoo. Wow, who's that that got out to the lead? Is that
was the 49. I'm looking at it and I'm seeing. I mean, I never saw him go up on the jack, so I think Masadi did fuel only, and the 9 is right behind him.
Oh, you're right. You're right. He did. Well, don't forget the 9 was just on pit road for
That's
the caution.
true, and he did throw on an extra, at least right side. So
yes, he did. So wow, but Musadi with an interesting pit strategy here, Brockton. No tires.
Yeah,
I don't think I agree with that. I'm not trying to second guess the guy, but I just.
I mean, I understand his thinking that clean air is valuable, but with the runs we've been seeing off of 2 and off of 4, I don't think I would agree with that either.
Well,
unless he's expecting another quick caution.
But then again, I think he was on pit road on lap 91, maybe.
So there's only been, what, 9, 10 laps? So
not even that, maybe 5 laps green, and he took 4 tires then. So no, this is a great call.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I had to go. I'm sorry, folks. I had to go back and watch the replay of his pits. Not this caution, but the caution 5 laps ago. And he did go in. He used his fast repair to fix his car. He took 4 tires and topped off fuel. So this is a fantastic move for him. Just put more gas in the tank because, like you said earlier, Brockton, it seems that a full tank really helps these cars stabilize in the turns.
Yeah, not to mention the 48 of Rucci is going to be mired back into 4th position. So he's going to be stuck on the outside. And then the second fastest guy all night has been the 88 of Kazi, and he's in 5th. So they're going to have to get past a couple people before they get to Masadi. And by that time, he could have a decent lead. So that could be a good little strategy call right there.
You got Morton on the outside, who also has some great tires on. You got Kaiser up there, who worked his way to the front earlier, so we know he knows how to get around this track. So I do not predict this is going to be an easy journey for Rucci or Kazi, either one of these guys, to get past those 3 cars in front of them. What I predict is mayhem, chaos, and destruction. Sorry, I'm okay. I'm good.
Well, we've got 34 to go. We're going to come to 34 to go. It's going to be interesting. You know, the Kentucky Derby was a couple weeks ago. Hopefully this Kansas Derby doesn't become a demo derby.
No, you didn't. Just go there. So, hey, while we're in the caution for just a couple more seconds here, back to what you're saying about this chassis. Is it fair to say that literally these crew chiefs just had to learn a whole new way of setting up a vehicle?
Yeah, these cars, there's very little that's actually similar apart from having 4 tires and a V8 engine in it. Everything's different from the shape of the bodies to how they're set up. I mean, the bottoms of them, they're completely flat. There's no longer really an underbody that you can mess with. Everything's got to be flat. You've got the diffuser. That's a totally new addition to NASCAR. everything about these cars is different. So that's why when you saw, you know, the Ally 48 in the IMSA series, there was Chad Canales on the box and a lot of Hendrick people there, and that, I believe anyway, has paid off for him with every driver getting a win this season and a couple with multiple.
Yeah, the Hendricks guys are looking great right now. Here we are back to green. Pace car is off. These guys are coming down to the pit start. Reeboks right there. Reeboks, that was great, John. Let's try that again. Restart box, and I tell you what, Bruce,
holy cow,
jump right there. And look at this jumble of cars behind him, though. I mean, they're stacked up back there, 2x2x2. You've got Crosby trying to find some place to get through here. You've got Rucci trying to find some place to get through here. And in the meantime, Muzzatti's out to about a half a second lead. You got
hey,
Barret
caution.
Morton. Another caution on track.
8th caution of the night. And man, that's pretty lucky for Morton. Morton did not get going that time. One thing I saw there was Morton was about half a lane up, and usually these guys were right on the guy's door, so he did not get a good start. Was way up the track, and it almost looked like he spun his tires a little bit too, so lucky he didn't get turned around there by the 48 of Rucci.
Excuse me 1 second.
Still trying to find the cause of our 8th caution on the night. 100 and
Cause was our new
100.
guy, Nathaniel Ames. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh man.
Yeah, he had a little help though. This wasn't all his doing. He got a little tap in that left rear by Sean Deal.
Come on, Sean.
Yeah, and he just went for a ride of that head on into the outside fence, and also wound up collecting the Robert Pattengale vehicle, the 33 car. Unfortunately, that's.
As we're watching it, oh, a little bit of a stack up here. And coming on to the restart. It's a tough time to be a rookie right in the middle of a season. These guys are fighting for everything they can late into a run here. And you know, it's unfortunate to say, but the newer you are to a series, no matter if it's in the real world or not, you're not going to have as much respect as some of the veterans here. And I'm not saying it's a malicious thing, but you're not going to get raced the same. And oh man, there he goes. Oh, big hit into the wall. 33, nowhere to go.
Yeah, I feel bad for 33 on that one. He's a victim of circumstance. So that's an unfortunate way to, I don't want to say end his race, but I don't think he's got a fast repair left. So we'll see how
it looked like
out.
He had front end damage too prior to that. So
he did. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if he had a fast repair left or not. So we're gonna find out. But you know who didn't want to see that caution? That 49 car. He really did not want to see that caution. What he wanted to do was look up in his mirror and see those guys still fighting like they were back there, through, second through fifth. But let's take a quick commercial break, if you don't mind there. Brockton and Jacob, we'll take a quick commercial break, wet our whistles, and when we come back, hopefully we'll get this race, the last 31 laps or so, done under green.
There are moments that surprise and delight the mind and the senses. Introducing Sound Art, the world's first truly customizable, concealed, flat panel art speaker system. A revolutionary combination of incredible sound delivered from your most meaningful pictures. When art and technology intersect, there is a seamless blend of creativity and function.
Come alive in the streetlight, pulling at the stars in the moonlight. Every time I feel you close.
With Sound Art, anyone can print their own artwork or pick from numerous licensed artwork that we have. The possibilities are limitless. Enjoy beautiful and amazing sound throughout your home. The entire surface of your artwork generates incredibly robust sound. Sound Art is elegantly hidden behind a high-grade, textured canvas wrap, bringing together the best of sound and art. This innovative design allows for a truly invisible, high-fidelity sound experience without bulky speakers. For licensors and other businesses, we are capable of producing thousands of units per day.
We're using the highest quality materials to give you the best product available in the market. Everywhere you look, there's always art. What I like so much about Sound Art, that you could just pair it and play.
Ansia, your art never sounded so good.
And welcome back to the L-TAC series presented by Tucson Sound Art here on LSRTV. I hope everyone's having a fantastic Friday night. Coming back with about 30 laps to go here. The dominant car of the night has been the number 88 of Kazi. But right now, we've got a lead change with a gutsy strategy call, the 49 of Anthony Masadi. Not taking tires on the last pit stop. Outside of him is going to be our friend Barret Morton, who is plus 21 positions on the night. The 24 of Sean Kaiser and Matt Rucci, who has been a late favorite in P4. Rounding out the top 5 is going to be Joseph Kazi. As pace car comes down, as we see that those two white lines, that's our restart zone green flag in the air. Masadi gets a good jump, and they're fighting for everything they can behind him.
Just in time for the restart, I see. Oh my goodness. 4 cars. You throw a blanket over racing for second place, it looks like, because I'm looking at Muzzati checking out while he looks in his mirror watching these guys duke it out. Brockton, that's exactly what he wants to see right now.
Absolutely, and a couple of these fast guys getting side by side, that's going to slow them down. Then you got Morton out in front of him, and he is doing everything he can to keep those guys behind him.
Yes, he is. He got his car fixed up from that impact he had earlier. 4 fresh tires, so he's kind of like trying to figure out where the run's coming from. Looks like he's got it figured out now as we ride back here to 3rd place with Kaiser now, who's got his hands full with 2 of our faster guys for tonight, Kazi and Rucci. He's got his hands full. Oh,
Yeah, and
another
Granat. That's the 81 of Tyler Granat. And that's our 9th caution on the night, just 6 laps in between. As we're getting a replay right here. Look at that yellow car right there. That's going to be the 81. And the 43 looking inside of him, going to be a little touch. Oh, my.
Yeah, that's what I was laughing. I don't know how to call that.
That's,
I mean, I don't want to say that was intentional, but it sure did look intentional, man.
You know, the wonderful thing about iRacing here is we could possibly ride inside the car of the 43. That was a very... There's no other word to say but interesting on that, because we see he goes down. Maybe he thinks he's clear to come back up here, and he just possibly misjudges it a little bit.
The 81 came down maybe 3 or 4 inches, it looks like.
As we're going to get a good view of it here. And he... that's a tough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looked to me like that was 2 cars racing for the same spot with asphalt on track. We call that a racing incident. I mean, that's what it looks like to me anyway.
Yeah, I mean, his wheel was held straight the whole time, and it just a little bit of a bump, but luckily enough for no damage really on the car, and he ended up probably just having to put some tires back on it as he is in pit road. Another car on pit road is the 09 of Justin Wilson. He is back on the lead lap after going a couple laps down due to his earlier spin.
Yeah, I tell you I mean, nothing's really changed up front. It's like these cautions come out before anybody gets a chance to pass anybody here, because our top 3 is still the same. You still got Muzzati up there in 1st, you got Barret Morton 2nd, you got Sean Kaiser 3rd. Now Rucci's in 4th, and the 5 cars in 5th. So the really only thing that's changed is Kazi dropped back a couple spots. So I'm wondering if there's an issue with his car, or if he's just maybe getting caught in a bad timing loop per se issue when the caution flies, you know, like maybe he's in the process of coming back around. Somebody just got back around him on the other side of the track. I don't know, but he's lost a couple of spots these last couple of restarts.
It's possible, but another thing that we've got to realize is he hasn't really been back in the pack all night so he doesn't really know what his car does.
That's true too. That dirty air.
So, and if his car, if he drives it a little tighter, then it's possible that he's just struggling in that dirty air and just falls back every once in a while, or possibly Masadi's doing a little bit different restarts than he is used to, and that's maybe jumbling everybody up a little bit.
Well, we're gonna find out here shortly. I mean, it's we're getting down to the wire here. We're crossing the line now for lap 110, coming to lap 111 next time by. Probably go back to green on lap 112, which is going to leave us about 22 laps to settle this out, which ain't much. It's really not. Not when you're doing almost 2 laps a minute.
Yeah, but that's if everybody keeps it straight. And right now we've had about
what, 3 cautions back to
yeah,
back?
3 or 4 cautions and about 5 or 6 green flag laps. So everybody's got to keep it clean, but that's so hard to do when you know time is ticking. You got to go as hard as you can. One thing I want to point out here is our 2021 winner, Grant Peterson. He's sitting up here in the 9th position in that 52, so he might have a possibility, 8th or 9th here, he might have a possibility to go back-to-back here at Kansas.
That would be awesome. That would be something to talk about, but he's got a lot of work ahead of him because he's got some fast guys up there in front of him.
Absolutely. As we're doubling them up here, we're going to see if possibly Barret has learned anything from the past 2 restarts.
No, he's lagging
way back.
I'm not sure what's going on with that. If I'm race control, I'm like, hey, 9 car, let's go. Get up here, buddy.
Yeah, if I'm Rucci, I'm on his bumper pushing him up here.
And somebody just threw the blue cone at somebody else down there.
I think that's that's Purcell. He's been doing that every once in a while, I think.
Every time I go by the blue cone under caution, I'm running it over. I'm not a fan of the blue cone. When they first brought that doggone thing into iRacing, I lost 2 races because of it.
Yeah, those pit entry and exit lines are a little tricky sometimes.
Especially when you don't pay attention to reality and you're out there just doing your thing, winning a race, and you come off pit road from a pit stop, and all of a sudden you got a black flag for unsafe pit exit. Like, huh? Oh, look at that restart right there, man. Pace car ducks off. He didn't waste any time with going back to green. And Morton just cannot get off. He cannot fire off the line right there. He just had a hard time getting this car going.
Yeah, I really think Morton's a long-run car, and right now we don't have any long runs left to give. As holy cow, the 48 all over the back, all over the 9. He's blocking them all the way down to the white line. Wow, that could have been really spicy there. The 48 was getting pushed by the 88 and had no choice but to go through the 9. Everybody made it through.
Morton just wants a chance for his tires to heat up. That's all he's looking for right now. Give me time to get my tires heated up, fellas, then we can race. And I think that's exactly what that was. It was just him like, look here, you're not getting by me just yet. Let me warm my tires up. In the meantime, look at that 88 car finally making up, through the field here, trying to make his way back up to the front. Joseph Cosby. Joseph led a lot of these laps tonight, but due to pig flag, jeez, I'm having a great time with these words tonight. Green flag pit stop is what I was trying to say. And caution's coming out of bad time. He just found himself mired back there to back. But here he is now back up front, 3rd. He's got his rival back there, Matt Rucci in the 48 car. These guys were both duking it out up front for most of the night. They're both trying to make their way back up front, but they've got to get around Morton and Muzzati first. Look at this little scramble we got back there.
Yeah, oh, geez, the 5 might have gotten in the wall, maybe a little loose, and he's sliding back. I want to point out here, Anthony Muzzati just did the fastest lap of the race, a 30.87.
Wow, that's qualifying.
Last time by.
It's almost a qualifying.
Oh
right
yeah,
there.
he was digging there, and he's about the oldest tires in the field. Remember, he came down a few cautions ago before everybody else. Caution came out. He only took fuel, and look at the Tabasco machine trying to make it spicy into turn 3 with the number 5 car.
Ogden's on a mission, man. He was fast too. We talked about it earlier in the night. Had a little incident there. Not going to say it was unintentional or nothing like that, but he had a little incident. Had to go back, get his car fixed, put some new tires on. Now he's trying to make his way back up front. He was running top 5 for a while there tonight. Meantime, we're back up here watching this battle from, I guess, everybody, you could say. Third place right here. Rucci trying to get around causing the 88 car. Brockton, I don't know, man. It looks to me like Causey's gotten pretty good about making his car pretty wide right here.
Yeah, and don't look now because here comes Rucci. I tell you what, that number 9 has held his own so far. Running that bottom lane, remember we saw him on the top a couple runs ago, and he's now been able to roll that bottom. Watch out, the 88! Very loose off it too.
But he didn't lift, and he's going to
Holy cow.
Wow, man, that's great steel cojones, right? He's got to walk around with those things in a wheelbarrow. I mean, he didn't even get out of the gas right there. And look at this, man. They are just really driving each other to be the hardest right now. I mean, just driving these cars so hard is what I'm trying to say. I'm so flabbergasted by that move. I can't get over the fact that he was that out of shape and still kept in the gas to make the pass.
Yeah, I tell you.
Morton right now, I'm scared.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
these two are going to get by him. It's just a matter of, is he going to give it or is it going to be taken from him with violence? You know what I'm saying?
And I can tell you who's loving this right now. Holy cow. Is that 49 of the Anthony Massotti. They're 3 wide.
Second place, people.
Watch out. And
goodness.
This is when these tires have now transitioned into the guys that pit and took 4. They're going to be better off. The guys who didn't take any tires, like the 9, they're going to struggle a little bit. With 16 to go, it's going to be interesting to see if, 1, Joseph can catch up to Massotti, and 2, if he catches him, if he could get by him.
Yeah, I tell you, but the amount of tire it took for those guys to make this pass right here and to get around Morton, I cannot help but wonder if they didn't use up too much of the tires.
Yeah, we'll see in the lap times here this time by as Massotti still trucking along, but Joseph's going to have some clean air. We'll see it with the differences of lap times. If we could maybe predict if he can get by him here this time by 31.7. Well, it's close, but second and third, Joseph Kazi and Matt Rucci both gaining slightly on the leader ahead. About a second off the leader right now.
So I'm looking at these, last time these guys were all on pit road, everybody in the top 7 was on the 97. And everybody but Morton and your leader took tires. That's very good.
And that's, remember, that's how Anthony Massotti got the lead. He went down pit road, and instead of having a 14.6 second stop, he got a 5-second stop with fuel.
Right. Well, he and Morton pit on lap 91 and took tires. So really, their tires aren't that much older than those guys. I mean, they're only, what, 4 or 5 green flag laps on them before that other caution came out.
But it's all about how hard you ran with those tires. If Massotti went and laid down heaters, that could have made him struggle here in the later half of this run. But he's got to hang on for 12 more laps. That gap has stabilized at about 1.1 seconds.
So a little note here on a big reason Muzzatti wants to keep this lead if he can. Right now he's got a second with only about 11 to go. Next time by, 10 to go. His last win, and it's his only win in this Cup Series, came at Pocono last year after the leaders wrecked each other. So as you know, a lot of people will say to your face even, you didn't really win that race.
Oh, watch out, the 88.
Causey really loose, still doesn't get out of the gas. He refuses to take his foot off the gas pedal. My God. But as I was saying, so Muzzatti, his only win, you know, everybody says you kind of backed into it, pal. You didn't really win it. He wants to keep this lead the way it is right now. He wants this 1 second, 1.5 second lead he's got to stay where it's at. And by watching those tires get burned off of Causey's car, the way he's driving, he knows that's probably a good thing for him. And, you know, when it comes to Causey, but look at this, man. Look at Rucci back there in the 48. He's been pretty smooth these last few laps, Brockton. You know, really just running a nice, smooth high line, saving the tires as much as he can. He's got a little less than 10 laps to go now. As we come out of 4 right here, it'll be 9 to go. I tell you what, I don't know if he's got enough time to catch. Muzzatti turned to 31.55 last time by. Rucci's was 31.4. It's only a tenth. Not even a tenth, really. It's about 7/100 difference.
Yeah, and it's really not a consistent tenth at that.
Yeah.
It's very one guy pulls a little bit, the other one pulls back. So it's going to be interesting to see if Muzzatti can keep this consistency, because at the pace he's running right now, Rucci will not catch him.
No, not at all. And I mean, like I'm watching right now. I'm watching Muzzatti in the server. My camera's on him. Very, very smooth. He's running very consistent lap times right now. He's not pushing the car too hard. I am seeing his nose wiggle just a little bit in the turns. That's an indication that his front tires are starting to give out a little bit and start sliding a little bit on him. But as long as he doesn't push the car too hard, and he can keep that four-wheel drift from happening, which really kills your momentum, like right there. And he's doing pretty good. And if he keeps these lap times right where he's got them at, he's running 31.55 the last couple of laps. Now it's down to 31.638. So that's not too bad. He's not losing too much time.
No, especially because Rucci ran a 31.7 last time by, so he actually gained time.
Yes,
on
that
Rucci.
car is going to get down out of his way. That's good right there. That's sportsmanship right there.
Yeah, that's the rookie of Ames there, excuse
Nathan
me.
Ames, yeah. Nathaniel Ames, is it? I think Nathaniel, yeah.
Yes, Nathaniel.
So
He gets out of the way. Good for him.
He's doing a good thing right there. Just going to stay out of the way, let these guys drive their cars and race their race. As we come to the line now, 6 to go, 5 to go next time by. 5 to go next time by. We're getting down to it. Can Muzzatti hold on? Can he get his second win in the series? But technically, really, it's going to be his first actual win, where he drove to the front, took the lead, and won the race. So we're going to find out, man. This is going to be interesting to watch as we get down to it. Comes across the line. This time by, it's going to be 5 to go. 5 very long laps, Zach. Brockton, you and I have both been there. And look at this fight we got going on back there, second, third, and fourth.
Yeah, and that's your lap traffic there coming into play just a little bit. Punched a huge hole in the air when the 48 and the 40 went side by side. That let the 88 come all the way back up to him. With 5 to go, they're not looking for the win anymore. They're trying to get as many points as they can, and that means finishing second. And right now, I think Joseph Kazi has the most laps led. So that, I believe, is an extra point.
Tell you what, Muzzatti, he's looking great up front. He's definitely put the lead up. He is so loose right now on the exit. I've watched him last 2 times coming off of turn 2, and he's just really getting out of shape. So if I'm him, I'm taking a really deep breath, maybe backing off the pace just a hair. Just try and keep that car a little bit under. Oh, he's really sideways right there.
Oh, boy.
My gosh, we need to get back on the leader here, because that looks like he's going to wind up spinning this thing out of control if he ain't careful. He's only got, 3 laps to go now? 3 to go. And Muzzatti is really having a hard time holding on to this car going through these turns. He's moved his line up now. He was running middle to low. Now he's middle to high. He's up on that high side.
Yeah, and
this is
going to be interesting. He ran a 32.15 last time by. Rucci with a 31.8. Still don't think it's enough to get to him. He can lose about a tenth of a second a lap, or a half a second a lap, and still be okay. That's about what he's at right now.
He's got to keep that car off that wall. If he gets into that wall, it's going to slow him down so much.
Absolutely.
It's like that wall is a gigantic magnet. When the car gets in contact with it, it just holds on to it. But I'll tell you what, I am watching this fight between these two as we come to 2 to go. Last time by, as we go down the backstretch, 2 to go. And Rucci has made some ground up on him. Rucci has made some ground up on Muzzatti, but not enough, I don't think. As we come across the line this time by, 1 to go. Final lap of the race. It's Muzzatti's race to lose. He's got about a second and a half over that of Matt Rucci, the 48 car. He got another second and a half back to Brogdon, the 88, who's got his hands full back there trying to hold on to the 3rd spot. Meantime, as we come through 2, backstretch, high line, you got Muzzatti up high. Still a nice cushion between himself and second place of Matt Rucci. Anthony Muzzatti down through 3 and 4 for the last time. He's going to come out through 4 right here. He's got to keep it straight. It's a little bit loose, but not too bad. Comes off the track, down to the tri-oval, across the line for his second L-TAC Cup Series win. Anthony Muzzatti in the 49 car. Be followed by Matt Rucci in the 48 car. 3rd place goes to Hunter Thrower in the 83. He managed to get back Joseph Causey back there on the backstretch. Morton brings it home 5th for a nice top 5 run for Barret after starting dead last on the field. We're going to take a very quick break, folks. When we come back, we'll give you the top 10 rundown. The entire field rundown, excuse me. And then we'll do some post-race interviews. Just a real quick commercial break. One commercial, we'll be right back.
There are moments that surprise and delight the mind and the senses. Introducing Sound Art, the world's first truly customizable, concealed, flat panel art speaker system. A revolutionary combination of incredible sound delivered from your most meaningful pictures. When art and technology intersect, there is a seamless blend of creativity and function.
Come alive in the streetlight, pulling at the stars in the moonlight. Every time I feel you close.
With Sound Art, anyone can print their own artwork or pick from numerous licensed artwork that we have. The possibilities are limitless. Enjoy beautiful and amazing sound throughout your home. The entire surface of your artwork generates incredibly robust sound. Sound Art is elegantly hidden behind a high-grade, textured canvas wrap, bringing together the best of sound and art. This innovative design allows for a truly invisible, high-fidelity sound experience without bulky speakers. For licensors and other businesses, we are capable of producing thousands of units per day.
We're using the highest quality materials to give you the best product available in the market. Everywhere you look, there's always art. What I like so much about Sound Art, that you could just pair it and play.
Ansia, your art never sounded so good.
All right, folks, welcome back to LSRTV Productions coverage of the Tucson Sound Art Cup Series here for the Next Gen Cup Series, here at L-TAC. And we've got some results for you. Of course, our winner tonight, second win only in the Cup Series. Last one was at Pocono last year. Anthony Muzzati in that 49 car. Second place will be Matt Rucci, a well-fought race for him. He was up front, ran into some problems, wound up in the back, came back to the front. Matt Rucci got to second place, gets himself a second place, The 83 car of Hunter Thrower. Somebody was quiet all night tonight, but made a bid for the lead run there towards the end of the race there. Finds himself home in third. Fourth place, Joseph Causey, guy who led most of the race tonight. Fifth place, our man, Barret Morton, riding with the Riley Morton tribute car tonight, Riley's Roses. Great to see him having a great start. He started dead last in the field. Came in tonight, Brockton, like we talked about top of the show. No practice at all. Used qualifying as his practice laps. And had a great run tonight. Behind him, Jeremy Berger in the 2 car. 7th place, Grant Peterson. 8th place, Jeremy Brogdon. 9th place, Tyler Granat. And 10th place is Robert Pattengale. Go ahead and give us the rest of the rundown there, Brockton.
Yeah, coming home 11th, Colin Stone. Behind him is going to be Mario Lapinta in 12th. Sean Deal, 13th. Sean Kaiser, 14th. Austin Galcone. Unfortunate end for him. He's coming home 15th after being a big factor throughout the race. Frank Flores, the 3rd, coming home 16th. Stefan Purcell is 17th. Justin Wilson, 18th. As we come to the rest of the field, it's going to be the... The 40 of Nathaniel Ames, rookie there, coming home with the first car lap down. Then it's going to be Nate Booker in the number 3, going to be 20th. Logan Hamilton, 21st. Ryan Dingler, 22nd. And rounding out the field is Richard Springer.
Who didn't actually start.
Who didn't start.
Yeah, he did not start. So, well, there you have it, folks. There are our results for the race. And we're going to go ahead and roll through this straight into our interviews. First up, we have 3rd place driver, Hunter Thrower. Hunter, this is John up in the booth, buddy. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Man, I not to say where did you come from, but where did you come from? I mean, we watched a couple of times throughout the race, kind of mid-pack, maybe top 10 for a little while, but towards the end there, you really came on strong and made that pass on Causey, which was really surprising the way you did it. Talk to us about your own, buddy.
Yeah, the Badger boys brought a good car here tonight. I honestly didn't get a good qualifying effort, and so made my way to the front very quickly, and then caught that caution at a bad time and he got sent to the back. Had to drive back through the field again, and of course the caution came out, dropped back a little more, then worked my way back up front. But yeah, crazy back and forth race for me today, and I just can't thank them enough. And I'm speechless, honestly.
Man, Hunter, you had a great race tonight. Lots of ups and downs, as you were saying, but kind of talk about that green flag pit stop trouble that some guys were having. Was it really that big of a deal when you got onto the apron and that car just got out from under you?
Yeah, when you coming off 4 and you're trying to make that transition to the apron, it just wants to whip around on you. So it's just take some practice and knowing when to make it the transition.
Did we lose him?
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, there he is. Well, Hunter, I tell you what, man, it was fun to watch tonight. I mean, a lot of you guys were running in a line that I just would not have thought possible. But then again, it's a night race, so there's a little bit more grip on the track. But hey, congratulations once again on your third place run. Do you have anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, Badger Racing and RD Designs.
Well, there you have it, folks. There's your third place driver tonight, Hunter Thrower, in the 8th. With I gotta say, by the way, Hunter, the most badass driver name I've heard in iRacing, Hunter Thrower. I don't know what it is about that name, dude. It screams, I'm a man. Look out.
Oh, appreciate that.
All right, brother. Great race tonight. We'll see you next week. And that was Hunter Thrower, your third place driver. Next up is going to be Matt Rucci, the second place driver. Matt, this is John up in the booth. You got yours on, buddy?
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, man, if there was a hard charger and tough break award tonight, I think it would have to go to you. You ran up front a lot tonight due to some weird pit stop timing, caution timing. Found yourself kind of mired in the middle of the pack, had to fight your way back up front. I know second place isn't what you wanted, man, but it's a hell of a great way to finish. Why don't you talk to me about your run tonight, man?
Yeah, I mean, the first half of the race was, a lot of ups and downs. We didn't start good, so we got up to the front there, and then we got some contact and hit the wall there. And then got unfortunate with some cautions when we pitted, but the track was fun. There was multiple grooves. You can run the bottom, run the top. It was a lot of fun. It took a while for the tires to come in, but once they did, it was pretty good. I'm happy for Moose to get the win, so it was a lot of fun today.
Matt, like you were talking about, it was kind of an up and down day, along with some of your other top 3 contenders. Kind of talk about that big hit with the 8 coming off of 4. How could you just reset your mind, drop back, and just collect yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I think he got a little bit loose underneath me, so I tried to avoid him, and we hit the wall. But you gotta flush it out of your brain, and you just gotta go back at it and race aggressive and hard.
Well, there you have it, folks. That's your second place driver, Matt Rucci. Close, but no cigar, I guess, was what we'll say. Matt, congratulations once again on second place run, though. I got a feeling we're going to see you back up front next week, my friend.
I hope so.
All right, folks. There you have it. Matt Rucci, second place driver. And that brings us to last, but certainly not least, Anthony Muzzatti in that number 49 car. That beautiful. I don't even know what color that would be. Burgundy red, maybe, Anthony? Is that what you call that?
It's just beauty red. I'll just call it beauty red.
Beauty red, man. Looks great. Hey, buddy, congratulations on what is technically your second win. But like we were talking about, people look at a guy who takes a win after the leaders wreck themselves as somebody who backed into the win. I hate that term, but it's what is used. But tonight you told them, hey, this is my race. This is my win. Nobody wrecked out for it. I beat the guys that led all night. They're back there behind me. Check it out. Congratulations on the win, buddy.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
So talk to me. Talk to me about the run, man. What'd you
Oh
think?
man. No, I messed up so bad early in the race. I think it was like the first green flag pit stop. I ended up missing it and I couldn't make it around. I made it around, caution came out, made it around, but I couldn't make another lap. So I ended up getting put to the rear because I was sputtering coming down pit road at that time. So that mistake put me in the back, and then ended up getting damaged on one of the other runs. So it's like I think it was like 80 to go, or probably about 87 to go. I came down, got fuel, got tires, And then that caution, it was just the timing of the caution came out, so I was able to get that track position back. And that clean air, oh my goodness, man. I knew Rucci was coming, and I probably ran like 25 like qualifying laps just because I knew he was going to chase me down. And about 4 to 5 laps to go, man, that was just hanging on for dear life. That thing was loose.
Yeah, Anthony, we were seeing you slip and slide around. We were getting a little nervous for you a couple times, but you were talking about just laying down heater laps. You ran a 30.8, which I believe was the fastest lap all night. Talk on how you could compartmentalize everything. On you just needed to get to the finish, and you knew what you had to do at the end.
Well, a lot of it is, I mean, I was expecting the line to be up top tonight, and then it just kind of everybody was running that line, so you got stuck there. So it literally took me all race to figure out the entry. Really, it was just 1 and 2 entry because I was just getting ungodly loose on entry, and I finally figured out how to enter that corner right. And then once I did with the clean air, I mean, I just running as fast as I can because I knew once Rucci got clear of those guys, he was going to run me down, and he got within a second. So I'm glad I was able to at least have that much of a buffer between him and the guys behind me.
Well, Anthony, congratulations once again on a fantastic run tonight and the win. Who do you want to thank for your run tonight, bud?
I think Badger Racing. I think we went 1, 2, 3 right there. So man, these guys are awesome. I want to also thank Ryan for the beauty. I'll call it Beauty Red from now on. This paint scheme. He makes some great paints. So that and just all my teammates and definitely L-TAC for putting this series on, and you guys for doing the broadcast. So I appreciate you guys.
Well, we appreciate your time tonight. Go enjoy that victory, my friend. Rub it in. Rub into those guys. I won, dudes. You couldn't do it. You have a great night, and we will see you next week, my friend.
Yeah, have a good one.
And there you have it, folks. That's going to wrap it up for us here at Kansas Motor Speedway tonight. The LSRTV production L-TAC Cup Series, the next gen guys, brought to you by Tucson Sound Art. Now, these guys always put on a great show, Brockton. Every week in, week out, it's a great show with these guys.
Absolutely. I mean, we saw from flag to flag, side by side racing, going after it, amazing saves, big wrecks. We had it all. And man, I'm not going to be here next week, but I can't wait to see it. It's going to be fun. I'm excited to be on this crew with you. I'm excited to be part of this because this is going to be such a great season.
Well, look, man, you be safe on your travels next week, and we'll see you when you get back, all right?
Absolutely.
Well, there you have it, folks. For myself, Brockton Packer, next to me in the booth, Jacob Feskinen down there in the production trailer, wrestling with gremlins and spaghetti wires everywhere, but he did a damn good job if you ask me. My name is John T. Mushin Jr. We'll be back next week for the L-TAC Tucson Sound Art Next Gen Cup Series. You guys have a great weekend. God bless and take care.